Welcome to the Explainer, everyone. Today, we're unpacking the fundamental architecture of our reality, the essential specialized branches of chemistry. I'll be your guide on this awesome journey to see just how deeply chemistry impacts our daily lives and, well, the entire universe. Let me ask you a question to kick things off. What exactly connects the digestion of your breakfast this morning to those massive, swirling clouds of gas out in deep space? I know, it sounds a bit like a riddle, but the answer is chemistry. It is the invisible operating system running literally everything you know and experience. All right, part one, the human scale, biochemistry and medicinal chemistry. First up, we've got biochemistry. Simply put, this is the branch of chemistry that helps us understand life through the chemical processes inside living organisms. It's the ultimate study of what makes living things, plants, animals, and, yeah, you and me, actually tick. Okay, let's dive into this. In everyday terms, biochemistry is just the study of the chemical reactions that help you grow, breathe, digest your food, produce energy, and, quite simply, stay alive. Every single time you take a breath or eat a meal, you've got countless chemical processes acting in perfect harmony right there inside your body. And these molecules of life are incredibly tangible. We're talking about proteins building and repairing your muscles and hair, carbohydrates acting as your primary metabolic fuel, like the energy you get from eating a piece of bread or a bowl of rice. Then you have lipids or fats, actively storing energy and offering protection. Think about the fat in a pat of butter. And of course, nucleic acids holding our complex genetic blueprints. Now, naturally, when we understand how the body works chemically, we also need to know how to fix it when things go sideways. And that brings us to medicinal chemistry. This is the branch where scientists intentionally design and synthesize medicines that directly benefit human health. In other words, this is the chemistry of discovering new therapeutic agents. Whether that's synthesizing a brand new antibiotic, developing targeted painkillers, or creating advanced vaccines. Medicinal chemists carefully study how these medicines actually interact with our body's biochemistry to prevent or treat diseases and keep us functioning at our absolute best. It's a really fascinating sequential journey, actually. It's not just about, finding a chemical. It's a specific four-step process. First up is drug discovery, finding or creating that new medicine in the lab. Second is drug delivery, figuring out how to ensure that medicine actually reaches the correct part of your body. Third, drug absorption, understanding exactly how it enters your bloodstream. And finally, drug metabolism, studying how your body eventually breaks down and removes the medicine once its job is done. So we've mapped the internal human landscape pretty well, but what about the world outside our bodies? What about the synthetic materials we use every single day and the raw energy that powers our modern cities? Part two, the societal scale, polymer and nuclear chemistry. Let's start with polymer chemistry. This is the study of very large molecules formed by joining many small building blocks together. It's chemistry on a macromolecular level, focusing entirely on the properties, the structure, and the synthesis of these massive, massive chains. And this brilliantly illustrates a really cool concept. Imagine connecting small, individual beads together into a long, strong necklace. That's exactly what's happening here. Whether it's the natural cellulose in plants, the cotton fibers in the shirt you're wearing right now, or synthetic materials like plastic bottles, rubber, nylon, polyester, they are all just large molecules formed by linking smaller chemical units together. Next, on the societal scale is a branch dealing with immense power originating from incredibly tiny spaces. Nuclear chemistry. This is the rigorous study of the reactions that occur strictly inside the nucleus, that tiny, dense center of an atom, rather than focusing on the electrons buzzing around the outside. To put it another way, we are looking at unstable atoms that naturally release energy through a process we call radioactivity. It's all about how these atomic nuclei literally transform and change state, releasing unbelievably high amounts of energy in the process. I mean, it is the very core of atomic power. And listen, this isn't just theoretical physics happening in some vacuum. It has massive, everyday, real-world applications. We use nuclear chemistry to power entire cities with electricity from nuclear power plants. We use it in medicine for targeted cancer treatments using radiation. It's even utilized in agriculture, industry, and cutting-edge scientific research to further our understanding of radioactive materials. Now take a breath. We've mastered the materials we can touch and the atomic power we rely on. But what about the actual ground beneath our feet? And what about the stars stretching out millions of light years above us? That brings us to part three, the cosmic scale, geochemistry and astrochemistry. First up on this massive scale is geochemistry. This is the study of the chemical composition of the Earth, including its minerals and natural sources. It's absolutely incredible to think about, right? Chemistry provides the literal, physical foundation of the very world we are standing on right now. Basically, geochemistry is the master key to discovering exactly what our planet is made of and how its materials form. Scientists use this field to understand the chemicals hidden inside rocks, to explore and extract valuable minerals, and to carefully map and monitor our changing environment. It is absolutely essential for things like forestry, medical research, and tracking our Earth's natural resources. And finally, we look up. Astrochemistry is the profound study of molecules and ions found in space, particularly in the vast, seemingly empty gaps between stars, known as interstellar space. So, the crucial point is that scientists aren't just looking at light through telescopes and space missions, they are analyzing the deep chemical makeup of the universe. They're studying massive clouds of gas, calculating the abundance of molecules swirling around distant stars, and observing how these chemical substances actually interact with radiation in deep space. Part 4. The big picture, connecting the scales. Let's move to and see how this builds out the big picture. Because when we bring all these scales together, a complete interconnected map of our reality starts to emerge. Biochemistry handles life itself. Medicinal chemistry heals us. Polymer chemistry builds our everyday materials, while nuclear chemistry harnesses atomic power. And as we scale way up, geochemistry decodes the Earth, and astrochemistry maps the cosmos. Together, the whole shebang forms a complete lens through which we can truly understand our universe. Which leaves us with this final, thrilling thought. If chemistry is the foundational operating system for everything, from the DNA replicating in your cells right this second to the radiation in distant, ancient galaxies, what new chemical mysteries will we uncover tomorrow? Think about that the next time you eat breakfast or look up at the night sky. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and remember, never stop exploring.